After a record pass rate attained by the Matric class of 2019, the bar had been set high for the class of 2020. 15 January marked the beginning of the academic year for grade 12s across the country. However, the arrival of COVID-19 in the country was set to change the academic trajectory of this year's Matric learners. Schools across the country closed a week earlier after COVID-19 cases began rising in the country.
Schools will be closed from Wednesday, 18th March, and will remain closed until after the Easter weekend.
This announcement meant that weeks of teaching would be lost. While the country grappled with how to move forward, time was ticking for the class of 2020. Well-resourced schools went into crisis mode and moved to online classes. Thousands of matrics in impoverished communities languished at home as they waited to return to the classroom.
We've been sitting here at home doing nothing, but now there are chances that we might go to school. This is so exciting because we're going to learn. Yeah, the process is going to get going.
A debate on the prolonged closure of schools raged. After 2 months of sitting at home, education authorities announced in May that grade 12 learners would be the first to return to school.
On the schools reopening, the National Coronavirus Command Council and Cabinet have approved the reopening of schools as of June 1, 2020.
The return to the classroom was slow. By July, 30% of Matric learners in Gauteng were still not back in the classroom. July also came with an additional week break for matriculants after President Ramaphosa announced school closures. These closures saw some teacher unions call for the postponement of Matric exams.
We are calling for the postponement of the National Senior Certificate examinations from the 5th of November to the 26th of November so that we can have enough time as educators to prepare our learners.
Despite the stop and start of learning, Matric exams were only moved forward by 2 weeks. Education authorities adamant that grade 12s of 2020 will not get special treatment.
We have to ensure that there is consistency in terms of standards from one year to the other. We don't want the learners of 2020 to be put in a corner where it could be said that the quality of their NSC, National Senior Certificate, was of poor quality because of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Matric exams will begin on the 4th of November 2020. Matlako Komani, SABC News, Johannesburg.